Show are those of the host and the host only, and not those of Heidelberg Broadcasting, its ownership, or management. What's up? It's your girl Cameo, Bobo, and I'm back to remind you that 2022, yeah, it's still your year. McCoy on the beat, you say it's 22, and this one stopping. Ooh, what project you been through? Got still been good. Okay, yeah, it's your time to shine. Got money on your mind. I see you on your grind. Just I tap all the line. Just got your baseline. No more will you decline. You fought the fight with all your might. I'm looking just sight. Yeah, this is your time. Yeah, this is show time. Ain't no more playtime because the year is mine. 2022 is my year. 2022 is my year. I ain't never gonna stop 'cause
Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome to RFD Talk. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining us. Greetings. We are excited tonight. We have Cameo, Bobo in the house. Move to the right. It's gonna be alright. And move to the right. It's gonna be alright.
2022
is our year. 2022 is our year. Is our year. 2022 is our year. Know how to tag from here from the camera. Welcome, beautiful people. Good evening. Welcome to RFD Talk, here live at the mighty 147 WVOL, right here in Nashville Heritage Station. And we are excited tonight. I want to introduce myself to some of you who don't know who I am. I am Robin F. David, and some know me as RFD. Some call me AKA RFD, and you can call me Robin or RFD. And we're excited this evening because we have a guest that's in the green room who is going to bring it to us tonight. I'm talking about our title tonight is Bold and Courageous in Life and in Business. All right, so get prepared this evening to find out how to be bold and courageous in life and in business. So we're going to bring our guest on in just a second. Before we bring our guest on, I definitely want to definitely have to shout out my sponsors. Definitely appreciate my sponsors. Shave Me Down Handmade Body Butter, which you can order your Shave Me Down by emailing them at shavemedown06@gmail.com, or you can find Shave Me Down on Facebook, where there is a page where you can find all the fragrance and all the delicious things there about this body butter that I just adore. It has me feeling good from the inside out, and my favorite fragrance is lavender. So if you're looking to find moisturizing products, definitely check out Shave Me Down. We want to shout out our other sponsor, and we appreciate our sponsors here at RFD Talk, which is Majestic Elegance Candles and Company, which is a soy-based candle. It is eco-friendly. It is made with a wooden wick, so it gives you that like romantic fireplace crickling sound. So you definitely, if you're looking to find a toxin-free candle, I suggest you go to Live Majestic. It's livemajestic.com, and where you'll see an array of fragrances there. And I want to thank all of my listeners, whether you're listening through the WVOL radio station. I want to thank all of those listeners. Definitely want to thank all of my YouTube followers and subscribers, and definitely want to thank all of my Facebook followers and subscribers. If you think that someone you know that would like to find out more about how to just bring simple understanding to complicated situations, taking the hard work out of self-love and learning how to grow to be a better person in business and relationship and personal development and spiritual growth, invite them to RFD Talk, where every Monday you will find an inspiring guest will come on and talk about those things that may help you grow in your self-love and self growth and business personal development. Also, we definitely want to invite you to call in. If you are a listener, please call in at 615-227-1470. We invite all of your conversation. This is not just a monologue. This is a conversation that we're having here at the radio station slash podcast. So we definitely are super excited to have on our guest today, and definitely want to do my favorite segment, guys. What did the Lord say to RFD? The Lord said to RFD, we have been facing a whole lot in this, in our country and all around the world, and there's a lot going on. But one thing the Lord said to me, be true to who you are. Be true to who you are. That is the very thing God was saying to me today. I said, Lord, what do I tell my amazing listeners, local listeners, my national listeners, and my international listeners? What do I tell them today? And I want you to be encouraged that it is okay to be yourself and get comfortable with being true. Being true to being yourself is not trying to, get in the lane with other people and try to figure out how you can be more like the person you've seen on Facebook or Instagram, but really find out what it means to be true to being yourself. And it's just being comfortable in your skin and learning to be happy with all of yourself, like even your imperfections, even those things that you're still working on, even your weight, even if you haven't got the job you want yet or the career you want to be on, just being happy, being true to being yourself. And those are the things that the Lord wanted me to share with you today. But I also have to promote, we have coming up, upcoming, we have some really sincere things going on in the Nashville area. And we are all partnering up. All of the amazing personalities here at WVOL, we're going to be getting together in another week or so for our Juneteenth. And we're going to be doing some advocating in the community for those who are displaced in housing in the Nashville community. I am presently living, I am a native of Nashville. I live in the heart of Nashville. So I am super happy to be a part of personalities here at WVOL, which is Judy, Pastor Judy. Then we have Charles Zetta Hall. We have uh, Kimberly Golden, which we want to shout her out. She was recognized and nominated as a Nashville Woman Who Rocks. And then we also have Kenethia, who is the CEO for the homeless. And we're going to all come together. We're all going to come together. And Amanda is one of the co-hosts is also here. And we're going to all come together. And we're going to go to a location here in Nashville. And we're going to advocate for what is really going on in the heart of Nashville, the housing and the challenges that we as African Americans, I would say more so, is feeling like we're getting pushed out of Nashville. And I have to shed a light on that. I am the grandchild who returned back to the South. So I returned back to the South, and my family my dad's family is from here. And it's been like this for a long time. I was talking to my uncle who went to school here in Nashville, and he's 76 years old. And he said, baby, Nashville has been like that for a long time. And I have to every day be willing to forgive Tennessee, because I have to forgive Tennessee because my family had to migrate. So that's a whole nother segment, a whole nother show. But I'm here to say that I'm here to stand together with those who are ready to, pull up our boots, tie our shoestrings, and make a stand in our communities. And we as Blacks really have to support one another. Amanda had that on the show the other day. how every little amount, every little contribution that we do together makes a difference. And that's where the Harriet Tubman in me comes out. We have to really do this. Like, you ain't looking back. If you rolling with RFD, we got to make a difference. It's not like we came this far and we're making a difference, because presently we're not making that difference that we need to make in our community. And so I would like to ask you all to support us on June the 20th, when we all come together, and we're going to be an advocate for standing so we can stay in the Nashville community, and we should be able to live in Nashville just like everyone else. So that I'm done with that, because Mr. A said, he said, you be feeling some kind of way. I be feeling some kind of way because I know my grandmother is 94 years old, and she had to leave her community, and I was here in Tennessee. She had to take my father to Midwest. It wasn't that she wanted to; she had to. So I really feel it when I think about what's going on in the community of Nashville. So let's make a difference. Let's, whatever small effort you have, whether it's $1, $10, we are, whether it's us all really like being true to ourselves and realize that we still got work to do. So I appreciate all of you all. So I'm not going to hold you any longer. Just want to tell you that I'm looking forward to collaborating with all the hosts here on the WBL show. I think that's going to be mighty. So mark your calendars for June the 20th. All right. So no further ado, she's here. We are super excited. We can't wait to ask her some questions and just get into this amazing. She's a public figure. She's a young lady trailblazing, making a difference in the community. She's reaching out to support and lift up other women. And we don't want to miss what else she has to tell us. So we're gonna welcome Cameo to the RFD Talk Show. Yeah.
I'm so excited to be
Hello,
here.
hello, beautiful.
Everything that you just said, everything that you're about, everything that you just said is like so important, and the things that we should be focused on right now. So I just kudos to you
Oh, well,
for
thank
just
you,
being
gorgeous.
a wonderful, glorious movement in yourself.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you so
problem.
much. Yeah. So tell us, Cameo, tell us a little bit about who you are. Introduce yourself to our guests that are here live on Facebook, here on the WVOL Live radio show, and we're also live YouTube. So tell everybody,
Awesome.
introduce yourself. Tell our guests who you are and a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Cameo Bobo. I'm originally from Jackson, Tennessee. I moved here to go to Middle Tennessee State University and stayed. I'm a public figure. I'm an author of the book, The Best Life Formula. It's all about helping you release your inner greatness. All of us have something inside of us that says we're great, but life hits us and makes us feel like we're not great, or we get distracted or discouraged. So it shows you how to release that inner greatness, turn that inner greatness into goals so that you can live your best life. And that's what we all want to do. We want to live our best life, right?
Absolutely.
So with that formula, I do different type of events for women. I have a membership called the Best Life Babes Club. And so basically I meet with women every month and we talk about our goals. I encourage them, I keep them accountable, and I keep them on track so that they can make sure that they see their goals come to pass every 90 days. So it's like a really amazing membership, and we could talk about it more later.
Yeah.
I also am a music artist. I have a song out called 2022 is my year. We ain't never gonna stop because God got us popping, Robin.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that part
Okay.
right
Okay.
there. I love it.
You guys got to hear that at the start of the show. And also, I have a membership called We Are Fun for young girls. It encourages them to know that they're fearfully and wonderfully made, beautiful, unique princesses. It's all about sisterhood. I grew up as the only daughter, and I really wish that I had a bigger sister growing up. And so this is just a way of me giving back and serving as the bigger sister to people. And lastly, I have a clothing line called Shop with Cameo, and it is where the fun, sexy, and cute women who Jesus loves shop. So if you're not shopping with Cameo, I don't know where they shopping, Robin.
What? Oh, wow! You have a line of clothing too.
Thank
And this
you.
is what you have on today.
Yeah,
I want to
this is
say,
one of my
looking all
t-shirts. Thank you.
really cute.
Thank
I
you.
love
Thank
it.
you. So I'm excited, and I also have an event called a Cameo Experience. And basically what that is, it's just a way for me to gather and unify women from all walks of life to encourage them to go for their goals. And so we could talk more about that too. So yeah, that's who I am.
Oh, yeah, that is.
I'm
who she
also
is.
a mother too.
Yes, I definitely want to put that part in there. Tell me, let's start with first. You said you came from West Tennessee. Shout out to West Tennessee.
Jackson, Tennessee, and all of West Tennessee. Which one? You Ripley?
I'm Whiteville and Bolivar.
Whiteville and Bolivar. Okay.
Whiteville, and you know Whiteville, Tennessee,
Right.
all the bills.
I love it.
And
Right.
that's where my grandmother and family is from.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Cool. Okay.
So I
Yeah.
always feel like we're related when you come from West
Oh
Tennessee.
yeah, we gotta stick together. 'Cause, you know, we get
Yes.
up here and they try to act a little funny, but it's all right. We
Yeah.
connected. We
That's
got
right.
we from West Tennessee. We
That's
stick
right.
together.
That's how we do. And that is so funny that you said that because I literally do find that West Tennessee people, when I moved here, we tend to find ourselves
Yeah.
connected. Even like me and you and I should say you and I, how we met. And then when I said she's from West Tennessee, I just made her my family.
Yeah.
She's
It's
my
just like that. You know, because, you know, we have so many things you can understand, you can relate, you know.
Yes,
And it's just a connection.
It is a great connection. So I had the opportunity to hang out with you. She invited me to an event, and I was in this place like, this young lady is powerful. I have been following you
Thank you.
on Facebook, and I was really admiring everything you do.
Thank you.
Everything you do is so great.
Thank
And
you.
we need leaders like you to remind us that we have something great within.
Yes.
A lot of times, I think for women, if you don't see that, you don't always go for it. And so, watching you, you started with the 2020. And that was really, we needed that in 2020. We needed that, you know, we're at home like 2020. It's our year. Like, can it really be our year when we're shut in the house?
I know, right?
But you put a different spin on it, and
Thank
it was
you.
just so beautiful. And then you opened up and started your book, and
Mhm.
that was like that was just amazing. Watching you become an author, your book helping
Thank
women,
you.
and setting goals. Let's talk a little bit about setting goals. Why is it important for people to set goals?
When you set goals, you give your life a path. You give your life direction. When we set goals, it's basically telling our life this is the direction that we're going to go in. Because if you do not do that, your life will go with whatever direction life throws at you. So if you have a shaky relationship, you'll stay in a shaky relationship thinking about let me fix this shaky relationship. But if you have a goal that you want to have a healthy relationship, then you'll eventually come and say, no, this isn't the relationship for me because I really desire to have a healthy relationship and my relationship to look like this, that, and the other. And so it's just important that you set your goals for every area of your life. Like my best life formula, you set goals for every area of your life. And then I show you how to prioritize those goals so that you complete a whole year and you will look back at your year and say, wow, I worked on goals in every area of my life. For a long time, Robin, there would be times where I would work on my business goals, or I'd be so focused on a relationship, or I'd be so focused on fitness goals. And then at the end of the year, I'd be like, well, dang, I didn't do this other stuff God called me to do. And sometimes we get overwhelmed and we're like, Lord, I can't do all of that. But if we write it down and we prioritize our goals and say, okay, the first quarter of the year, I'm going to work on this. And then I'm going to move into this the second quarter of the year. And at the end of the year, you see that you accomplish everything that God asked for you to do.
Wow.
And, you know, He doesn't call us to do anything that we're not capable of doing. But the thing about, I think what we don't realize is there are practical ways to do what God called us to do. And He's a God of organization and He's a God of systems. And if you feel overwhelmed, you need to go and pray and say, Lord, show me what system I need to be using or how I need to be prioritizing my life so that I can do what you call me to do and not feel overwhelmed.
Yes, that's such a great way of putting it because that's exactly what I've seen you do with your life. It seemed like watching you co-create with the Most High, with God. You'll hear me say God.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying that to say that's wonderful. In your book is the formula. Say it again.
The best life formula.
The best life formula.
The best life formula.
Wow. And so you have to get that book, you guys, because I'm telling you, I believe by just watching you, that's what you have applied. It's like the best life formula. And I believe that I agree with you. I think that life does have a formula. And I think sometimes if we don't apply, I love the name of your title of your book because it makes so much sense. It's almost like cooking a recipe, and if you don't put something in there, it's going to be missing. It's not the pie won't come out right or the cake won't come out right. And I think sometimes with all that we've been going through and we've been faced, dealt, if you don't have a formula, you just let life happen,
Yes.
and you be on default.
Right. You be on default and you'll be unsatisfied with your life. And some people, like I think you and I, we're very supportive people.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we don't have goals for ourselves, or we don't have a game plan for our own lives, we'll find ourselves giving ourselves fully to other people's game plans.
Ooh,
And
okay.
then in the end, you'll be frustrated and unsatisfied and be thinking, I could do something. I could do, but you haven't positioned yourself to do any of the things that you know you can really do. So a lot of times people are being and I don't mean it in a relationship, but this is the word that's coming to mind, help me. They're
Mm.
helping so many people. And you need to turn around and take some time for yourself and help yourself get where you need to be.
Oh, I love that
Mm-hmm.
part because I felt like that myself in my life before.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that even when it comes, I can use money, for example. If you're always giving other people money, if
Yeah.
you're always spending time with other people, you feel unappreciated.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like, when do I get recognized? When do
Right.
I get feel good about what I know how to do?
Exactly.
And you don't always have to be the behind scene person
Mm-hmm.
when you can also share your gifts. I love what you're saying. I think some of us get lost in that, always helping other people and not having a balance to say, I need to create balance with this. I don't mind supporting you, but I have to support myself as well.
Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times, I think as Christians, we think you have to love others the way you love yourself, or how the Bible talks about love your neighbor. You
Hmm.
know it. But I think that really, and for a long time, I took that wrong. I thought that meant put people before me, but I
Hmm.
believe that means receive God's love from me and show God's love to others. That's all that
Mm.
means. That doesn't mean put myself second. That doesn't mean do things I don't want to do just because somebody asked me. That means to receive the love of God and
Hmm.
move according to His Spirit so that I can love others. That's all that means. And when you finally come to that realization, you begin to put yourself first. You
Hmm.
begin to figure out what you want to do. You begin to get okay with saying no and not feeling so guilty and shame or whatever you may feel when you say the word no. Because a lot of times, if you look at people that inspire you or motivate you or you really respect, you'll look at their lives and they're probably putting themselves first.
Oh, yes, yes, and yes. I really agree with you. I agree
Mm-hmm.
with you a lot. I had a phone call. Just want to quickly go into that, putting
Yeah.
themselves first. And they said, "Well, it's a good time to call, right?" And I was like, "Well, they said, am I bothering you?" I was like, "No, you're not bothering me, but it's just asking me, am I available right now?" Because what
Right.
happens is, if I call a CEO or a boss woman,
Mm-hmm.
like yourself, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to say, "Hey, is this a good time?" I
Mm-hmm.
told her, like, "Dear friend, I'm open,
Mm-hmm.
but just ask me, am I available to speak right now?" Right?
Right.
Because what happens is we tend to not realize that the people that we're watching is actually doing that. They're
Mm-hmm.
striving in themselves first,
Right.
because we all are somewhat selfish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Mm-hmm.
because God created us that way,
Mm-hmm.
and it's for the best, greater in Him,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
said, receiving His love first. I
Right.
love how you said that,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe that that's what we do. We pour so much in. I want you to know I love you. I want you to know I
Exactly.
love you. Yeah, I know that part. So I'm like, I want you to know I love you, but then it's like, stop. RFD, are you
Mm-hmm.
loving RFD at this moment, right?
Exactly.
And stuff. So I was that same person, was
Mm-hmm.
sabotaging, um, had to really create those boundaries with
Yeah.
self and understand that it's okay to say no. And
Mm-hmm.
you're saying no is allowing someone else to have the opportunity to show up in that space
Right.
instead of
Right.
you showing up
All the time.
and not happy. And that's
Exactly.
another thing about,
Yeah.
us as women. We're saying yes to projects and supporting people, but you're not even really happy to be there.
You're not enjoying it anymore.
You're not enjoying it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's time to just let it go. So
Yeah.
go right ahead and tell us a little bit more about your upcoming events
Yeah,
and
I'm excited about it. So it's called the Bold and Courageous Dinner Party. And so it's an extension of a Cameo experience. It's being sponsored by myself, and also notably her is one of my sponsors. And Cross Ministries, she's sponsoring.
okay.
Lovely Gatlin is sponsoring, and also Massages on the Move. So those are some of my sponsors. I'm really excited. All women-owned business and women ministry. So excited about that. So what should they expect at a Bold and Courageous Dinner Party? I'm bringing in a speaker from Chicago. Her name is Candace Janae. I've been working with her from the last 2 weeks with business coaching. Last 2 years for business coaching.
Mhm.
And I've seen her go from being almost foreclosed on her home to making over $200,000 a year in her business. And I've watched her struggle. I've watched her ups and downs, but I've watched her continue to be bold and courageous for life and business. And so she's gonna come and tell us her story. There's going to be dinner catered by a private chef, Kayla Cuisine. I'm really excited about that. She's a young lady building her business, but she cooks the best gourmet meals, and we're going to enjoy that. Also, we're going to have a performance by myself. So I'll be performing, y'all. It's going to be fun. And then we're going to have tons of networking. So I'm inviting over 100 women to join me for this event. So if you are listening in or watching the replay of this and you are a woman entrepreneur, professional, or creative in the Nashville area or wherever you are, please come and join us on July the 30th at 6 p.m. Tickets are $39.50 until June 30th. And if you don't have the money right now, you can pay a $20 deposit and pay the rest later. I'm trying to make it where nobody has an excuse. A lot of times as women, I know I felt alone on my entrepreneurship journey. I felt like I couldn't find anybody else that was kind of like me, going after their goals. I felt like I couldn't find resources, or if I found people that I wanted to connect with, I felt like they weren't genuine on wanting to connect with me, and I would walk away feeling discouraged. And so I just thank God that He's given me an event so that I can bring women that are making seven figures all the way to women that are making $15 an hour into one room and remind us all that we are all people going through the same issues in life, and we all have to be bold and courageous in life and business.
Wow, that's awesome. And that is such a great take on life for us as women, especially us as Black women.
Right.
We need that support. I definitely remember those days as well because we came here self-employed. So I came here, former salon owner.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
I'm a former salon owner, and we owned a full service salon, me and my ex-husband, do hair and nails and all that fun stuff. We did it for 14 years. So I had owned my own salon, came here by faith, and we didn't have jobs. We had our goals and believing that we were going to build business here. So we came here self-employed like that. And when you mentioned feeling alone, when you're an entrepreneur, I remember those days, like trying to get out and networking with the right women who made you feel accepted or made you feel warm. So we're going to take a commercial break right now, but we'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back to finish this topic.
Hey, travelers.
I'm just videoing here. Is it okay if I go live?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to take a regular video.
No,
sure?
You're fine. This is on my stream.
Okay.
That's not gonna
affect. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
but please do.
Okay, perfect.
Do you need Wi-Fi number? No. You can go live on yours.
I might need the Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm just checking because I have the I think I have that right here for you too. But no, hello, my viewers. We're taking a commercial, but no, you can go into
Which one is it?
It's for sweet face. I think that's what Mr. H gave me. So we're taking a commercial break. You guys hold tight. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. We're excited.
Do you know which Wi-Fi it is that I should pick?
Sweet Base 999.
That's what I got down here. It's not showing. I don't know.
Should be something 53.
Oh, negative 53.
It might be. Okay. So if you have any questions, please text them in and share. Please share the stream if you're on here. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You got it? Okay, good.
So I can watch the second half.
Sure, yes, girl, absolutely. No, I meant to tell you that you're welcome to put your page up.
(800-584-2519). 800-584-2519. That's 800-584-2519.
Welcome back to RFD Talk. We are super excited. We have Cameo Bobo in the house, and we're learning today how to live bold and courageous in life and in business. Cameo, can you tell our viewers how did you get on this path? I know you're a mother. How did you choose this path and profession?
Yeah, so I'll say it this way. In 2018, I went through a lot of different breakups. And so I went through several different relationships, and I realized after I finished those relationships that if I was giving this much to relationships and trying to make things work within an intimate relationship, I needed to give Cameo 100%, right? So I started giving Cameo 100%, and I started going on vacations, and I started hanging out with my friends and just doing everything I wanted to do. And so we were in Miami for New Year's Eve, and my best friend, the day after New Year's Eve, she woke up and she was like, "Hey, want to go down to the pool with me?" And I was like, "If you'll work on your goals with me." She was like, "Okay." So we got down to the pool and we started working on our goals. And she reminded me that every year I would get our friends on a call or a prayer call or something. I would ask them about their goals. And so when we got back to not back to Nashville, she asked me to come and do a goal setting workshop for her board. And I started doing that, and from there I just went on a goal setting tour and wrote my book and just got really clear about how I was able to achieve goals. Because Robin, there was a time in my life where I've always been a goal achiever. Anything I went after, I would see results. But there was a time when I didn't see results, and I realized, what am I doing wrong? And so I created this formula, and it's a six-step process to achieve your goals. And that's what my best life formula is all about. And that's kind of how I got on the path of goal setting. And, within all of this goal setting and being strategic, God has opened up the door to say, "Hey, I want you to write a song. Hey, I want you to do a women's event. Hey, I want you to do this." And that's why I call my book The Best Life Formula: How to Release Your Inner Greatness, Achieve Your Goals, and Live Your Best Life. Is because when you open up your heart to God and you decide to put yourself first and go after your goals, there is no way that He will not evolve you into so many different people in so many different situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and
Yeah.
we have someone that want to know where our listeners and viewers find your book and how can they purchase your book.
Yay!
They had that question
You
today.
can just go to cameobobo.com. So CameoBobo.com. So cameobobo.com. When you get to my website, you'll see links to everything I've talked about, the book, my music, my events, and everything else. So yeah, so be sure to check me out. The book isn't on Amazon yet. I'm going to put it on Amazon soon, but right now you can buy it from my website.
Absolutely, but that's great. Buying it from you is perfect. I
Yeah,
mean,
thank
Amazon is
you.
awesome,
Yeah.
but being your own distribution center is the
It
real
works
truth.
too.
That's the
Okay.
truth. That's
It
the
works too.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, congratulations to you. So get that book. It sounds like a winner, and definitely let us know if you get that book how it's working for you. So you decided to get serious about putting yourself first after being in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't working. What?
Yeah.
Wow, that is that is powerful because I feel like sometimes us as Black women,
Right.
we find ourselves in the gutter so long and
Mm-hmm.
too long after bad
Mm-hmm.
relationships. But you
Mm-hmm.
decided bad relationship is going to make her a bad boss
You hear me?
woman.
Boss, 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 boss. So I tell people all the time there is purpose in pain.
Okay.
Like anything that I've been through, I remember, early on when I first started walking with the Lord, I remember telling Him, "Lord, if you help me get through this pain, if you help me self heal, I promise I will help other women do the same." And so that's kind of where I always take my stance. Okay, Cameo, you may be feeling down or things didn't work out the way you thought they would, but how can you take this and build and be a bigger and better person so that you can help someone that you see is in a similar situation that you were in? So
Mhm.
I enjoy doing that, and I take pleasure in doing that for women and for in honor of what God has done for me is just giving it back to others. But I want to mention is going back to being bold and courageous for life and business. I want to talk to women about how to do that. A lot of times people don't know how to be bold and courageous. And number one, you have to put yourself first. You got to be bold enough to say, "I matter. What I think matters. What I want matters. I'm going to put myself first and be
Mm.
bold enough to do it, to be courageous enough to do it." That's one place you start. And if you're struggling with starting there, I say that there needs to be some self-healing happening, right? I had early on, I had a huge spirit of rejection that God showed me had caused me to make a lot of negative life decisions in life. And so I went through a time of just healing from that, and me, my father and I had some conversations, and that healed me. It was a process. I read a lot of books. I went to a lot of conferences. I did a lot of self healing, and I encourage women, put in the work. Put in the work. Show up. Listen to the ugly stuff about yourself. Recognize it and heal. And we have the power to do that. We have the power to do that. We have the power to self heal. God has given us that power.
I do agree with
Yeah.
you, and that's so important to start. I love how you shared with the listeners and the viewers to start with self, and also to be willing to do the work.
Yeah.
You have to do the work. It is a requirement to do the work, and it's also very important once you do the work. How it does, you said, it trickles off into servicing and helping other women come into that place
It does.
of doing the work as well. Like I said, it became her self-employed. I mentioned that, but I was mentioning that to say it was so difficult finding like-minded people to help you understand how to evolve, and especially in a new place. Sometimes women, we have like breakups, and we might have children, and we're trying to figure ourselves out. It might be in a new location, but if you have people who are like Cameo, who invites you for your birthday. I gotta tell everybody about that.
Yeah. We have fun.
I know, right? She helped me on my birthday. Like, I had to tell one of my friends. I said, the young lady from Facebook, she invited me for my birthday, and I kept telling Lord, I love her. I just love her, right? I just fell in love with her because that's the kind of person that I would like to be intend to do in other women's life. Because that's important that you reach out to someone and say, hey, she's like, what are you doing for your birthday? I was like, well, I don't have much planned, but, and so and it was so special. I think I'm just coming to a little setting and it's going to be, but she made it so unique. And so it's like, I had for years been craving that. Because again, being a transplant and moved into a place, I came here entrepreneur. So moving in as an entrepreneur, really needing those other women to kind of help me through the transition. And not having that, it was very, very difficult. It took me a while. I remember my friend from Midwest, she was like, you got to come with your press release. But at that time, I didn't really know how to put together a press release because I had been an entrepreneur in Midwest. And I have a great network there, but it was coming to Tennessee was very difficult. So I definitely think that women should reach out to each other and find out where we are, being transparent as much as we can. And that, like I said, when you invited me for my birthday, I was like, I kept telling my friend, I said, I thank God for her. I said, because this was just really special, because you have somewhat certain women in your life, but they didn't even call you on your birthday. And when Cameo calls you, you're like, hey, I've been hanging out with you for a lot of birthdays. I ain't even heard from you. But Cameo called and said, hey, Robin, this is your birthday and you're special. And I want you to come out. And I said, I had to pay that forward. I want to do that for someone because it really made a difference in my life. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm looking forward to coming to your event. Yeah, I'm the woman who have done a lot of work with a lot of great coaches, and I love conferences. I travel to go to conferences and all the kind of things. I work with some amazing people and authors like yourself. But for some reason, you got to be at this event. I feel like this event is going to really make a lot of things different. What we need in our Nashville community and beyond, because I feel like here in Nashville, it's important for other women to feel that they have support. You have to have the support. I wanted to mention, like, for instance, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, but I know when other people become entrepreneurs, it's like, hey, Robin, can you buy this from me? And now you want me to buy something from you or support you, but I've been trying to feed my 5 kids for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, when you gonna purchase one thing, just one thing for me? But now, and I think we gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop being like, okay, now I'm an entrepreneur, I need your support. And remember, when I was an entrepreneur, driving my push it car.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's still a little bit just push it, but in my mind I drive a Bentley.
Yeah.
But in the real life I drive an economical car. But I'm saying that to say is we really gotta help each other. And when, like Amanda was saying that last week about, our community, if it's just a little bit. So I don't want to miss this event because I feel like certain events are just gonna be like regular, right?
Yeah.
But ever since I love how you name yours the Cameo experience, because it is an experience getting to meet Cameo. I'm telling you, it's an experience to hang out with you. You feel the genuine love. You feel that you've done the work and healing. Because women, we got to be able to accept other women.
Yes.
We have to be able to accept them like, if they're the woman that rock Nashville, we got to accept them on that platform. We got to accept them if they're out there and they need a quarter on the street. We got to, like you said, I know 6-figure women, and I know women who are just making minimum wage as possibly.
I think that's minimum wage.
But you're right. I think we all have a lot in common. It's so interesting you say that because I have mentor women that make more money than me, and they're like, "But Robin, I know you don't make as much money, but I really love working with you." You know what I'm saying? And so it's we need each other.
Yeah.
And I really look forward to women getting your book, and also me and working more with you and coming to this event, meeting and networking with amazing women that I know that will be there at your event. So tell us a little bit how you went from writing and being. I love the go part because I'm a go setter too, so I'm really loving that part. And I love how you came up with the book. And then you went into music. How did God spark that music? And that 2022 is our year. And then I played today. You got to go on YouTube. You got to go to her YouTube. She also have, she ain't doing no games for these brothers. She ain't playing no games.
We're not playing games. We can talk a little bit about games too.
Okay, bring that.
Because I know how the ladies want to hear about that. Okay, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about games. Go to her YouTube. Go to the YouTube. Subscribe to her YouTube so you can hear more of her music. And then she also has this song called Games. I love that song. So tell me more about it.
Okay. So how did God spark the music bug within me? I've always loved music, Robin. But I just never imagined me being a music artist. Like I really never saw that. But I would ride in the car with one of my friends and we would battle rap and freestyle and stuff like that. But I never really thought I would be a rapper. But one day I was riding in the car and the first song I came out with was this song called Farm. And I just started hearing, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Oh, I'm fine with it. And I was like, okay, because farm is a saying I say. It means fearfully and wonderfully made. So that's what farm means. And so I went ahead and recorded the song with my best friend. We put it out and it did really well. And so I was like, okay. And so it took a few more years. And then God was like, okay, I want you to revisit this music. And he was talking about some music. And I was like, well, what song am I going to do? Because the first song I ever did was with my best friend. And so the other songs I did were like features. But it wasn't me as a solo artist. But I felt him saying, okay, I want you to be a solo artist. So bring it fast forward to 2020. And so in 2020, I had messed around and got a loan. And one of them high interest loans, okay? And girl, I was struggling. They was trying to take me out, Robin. They was trying to take me out. And I was riding in the car one day. I was like, Lord, I got to get rid of this bill. And in my spirit, I just started hearing 2020 is my year. 2020 is my year. And I was like, that might be a song. And so ironically, my friend McCoy sent me a beat that night. He was like, hey, I'm producing music now. Here's some beats. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'll check it out. So the next morning I listened to that song and I was in the bathroom and I wrote 2020 is my year. I wrote it just like that. Recorded it and it did really well. I think it had about 100,000 streams. I had over 20,000 video hits. It just did really well. And so from there, I've been keeping it going. So we had 2021 is my year. Now we got 2022 is my year. And we ain't going to stop because God got us popping.
Yeah.
But also I have a song called Games. And, it's hard acting for a single woman. Okay? Because these folks playing games. Games. They playing games out here. So I had just been going through and I was talking to different guys and I was just tired of playing games. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to write me an honest song. We're from West Tennessee. So, we grew up listening to 3 6 Mafia, Gangsta Boo, that kind of stuff. And I've always wanted to write a song like that. But I was like, I can't write that now. But you know, I was like, Lord, I got to keep it real. So, you know, I just wrote that song, you know, if you want to talk to me, I'm going to change your life. I ain't into playing games. I don't want to play your wife, you know. I might let you wine and dine me if you promise to treat me right. I might even invite you over, but you can't stay the night. Hey, okay. And I wrote that because you talk to people and they think because they take you out to eat, say good morning, baby, that night you sleeping with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what it is over here. I'm looking for something way more than a one night stand or something that's quick. And I get that, you know, people aren't looking for that anymore, but that's what Cameo Bobo was looking for. And I don't want, if you looking for that, be upfront and say that. But don't play games with me, talking to me like you're not, and then try to convince me into being and thinking your way. That's not going to happen. Because when you meet me, I'm gonna change your life. You're not never gonna forget about me. So if you don't have enough sense to take advantage of the opportunity of meeting someone like me, and you want to play games, then it's whatever. You know, you go on, but I'm gonna be fine either way. So that's why I wrote games.
Oh, I love games. You have to listen to games. It is so.
And they can find that on any streaming platform. Just type in my name, Cameo Bobo, and the word games, and it'll come up on all streaming apps and music platforms.
It is a great song, especially if you're single and you really are done with all the games. And you're not going for all the okie doke.
Right.
I think it's a really cute song. I played it today before I came to work, and I was like, oh yeah, games. And I hang out with her anytime I can. Her performance is always got RFD on the floor. Okay. And I was like, Jesus, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I was like,
what you be looking good though? You be doing it though. I see you. You look good.
So when you see me hang out with her, I'm gonna be dancing to the music, okay? Because I'm telling you, she bring it from West Tennessee. So that part God didn't give me. Okay, he taught me to do goals. He told me to be an inspirational speaker. I am who I am, but the rapping, no, I'm just gonna dance to her music.
Yeah, you got some moves though. I see you got some moves. You gotta keep a beat. Okay.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. She is, like I said, we have to be to one another. She is a reflection of how you want to be to every woman. We are reflections to each other. And when I was bringing that up about how, we need to support each other, don't wait till you get to the place where you just need support. Make sure that you're helping someone along the way as they go from 0 to 6 figures, or they go from displacement to moving into their mansion. So just be there for people. Relationships are very important. Like I said, I was very honored to have you reach out to me and say, come celebrate my birthday. I had never had anyone do something like that. So it was very genuine. It was very sweet. It would be something I remember the rest of my life. I got to tell the listeners that if you haven't did that for somebody, just try it. Just call them, inbox them, say, what are you doing for your birthday?
Yeah, because everybody likes to feel special on their birthday. And that was a God thing. He was like, Cameo, you need to invite some ladies whose birthday it is. And I was like, I had a birthday. He was like, reach out to her. And I was like, I ain't never spoke to her.
And then you hear what she said, she never spoke to me. And it was God. It was, and girl, don't make me cry. It was God. I said, God. And he said, it's me. I said, it is you. I said, this woman never spoke to me, never inboxed me, never said anything but, hey, would you like to share your birthday with me here? And she said, what are you doing? And I was like, but God knew. He knew. He's like, RFD want to do something. RFD want to do it.
Right.
He want to make some moves. And I got to hang out with you and Lovely. And Lovely is a beautiful queen. She's a gorgeous young lady. I met her also at a fitness when I moved to Nashville in 2020.
Okay.
It was and she was a friend of mine on Facebook, and she's a lovely lady like you.
The 40.
We were at 820. 820. Yeah. Shout out Kevin and his beautiful wife.
Right.
I started there before everything got shut down. He was my coach, and Lovely, I just had to bring her up because Lovely came down in the gym. I'm in the gym, just being me, like standing there about to get worked out. And Lovely says, hi. She knew me. And I was like, hello. And I gave her this amazing hug back because I'm open to hugs. I'm healed enough to hug you. And so I hug. I'm a real hugger.
Yeah.
And so she hugged me, and And I was like, I love her too. I felt
Yeah.
right. It was like love at first
Yeah.
sight. And she was like, and I only knew her from Facebook. And she was like, da 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 da. And so I was like, so when she said I'm gonna be at Lovely's place, I said, oh my goodness, I haven't been
Yeah.
able to celebrate her great place. So God did. It was a God thing. I'm just bringing it back. It was God thing because He know how I love Lovely.
Yeah.
I've been saying I need to go over to her place, but you know how we say we're gonna go. We still haven't went,
Right.
and I want to support her and everything she does. She got some great. Her wine is good.
It's amazing.
Oh my God, her wine is
It's
delicious.
amazing. It's so good. Yeah, check it out. Check it out.
Really good.
It's available at Southern Flair.
It
in
is,
Smyrna,
yes.
Tennessee.
And if
you guys want to try it,
yes, and you and your husband or family want a nice place to network, a great place to go for just a sip of wine and lay back, or if you do cigars, that's your thing. Go right ahead and do that. But that's a great place to go. So I got the opportunity to hang out with you and Lovely there. And so that was so much fun, girl. I was like, yes. I came home. I was like, God, you are so good. He said, yes, I love you, girl. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. Okay.
Yeah. So and now we got to meet each other, and like I said, it's love at first sight, and then it was God thing, and then the next thing happens is I know you have this beautiful line of clothes.
Yes,
girl,
yes. I'm so excited. Thank you. So shop with Cameo, like I said in the beginning, is where the fun, sexy, and cute women who Jesus loves shops. And I put it that way because first of all, I think sometimes as Christian women we forget that we can be fun
and sexy. I got to put that in there. And
we forget that we can be sexy.
Okay.
Okay. And we want to be cute, honey. We never forget we want to be cute. We remember that, but the fun and the sexy we get confused.
We do.
God, He created women to be attractive. So it's okay to be sexy. I'm not saying you show your button, you know what I'm saying? But there's a way to be tastefully sexy and attractive. And I think that women, we shouldn't run from that word. That's not a bad word. And then the reason why I say that Jesus loves, because it's so important for us to know that He loves us rather than us talking about how much we love Him. His love changes us. You know what I'm saying? We love Him because He loved us. And we forget that sometimes. He loves me so I can be fun. He loves me so I can go to a birthday party and have a good time. He's thinking about that for me. He cares about that for me. You know what I'm saying? I can get cute and have fun, be sexy. And then and I come home and pray. You told me you left, you said, I'm going home and praise God and thank Him for tonight. You know what I'm saying? And He loves that. He loves that so much. So okay, back to the clothing line. So there's a lot of t-shirts that say fun and sexy, cute things. Like my shirts say, fun, sexy, and cute, loves God. That's me. I have a shirt that says beautiful every day because I think it's really important that we as women remember that we're beautiful every day. And no matter what's going on, we're beautiful every day. I have a shirt that says Jesus loves me, and I twerk. When I see a good friend and I'm feeling good, I might do a little twerk. And Jesus still loves me. Okay. And so those are some of the shirts. I'm forgetting I have another shirt. I can't think of what it says, but So yeah, those are the shirts that I have. And if anybody's looking for some cute things to wear, please check me out at shopwithcameo.com. Shopwithcameo.com.
Wow, I love that you touch bases on that. I would definitely agree. I started when I got filled with the Holy Spirit. I was in Pentecostal church just to talk to some of us who are listening and check out her line of clothes. They're so cute. I got to get me a t-shirt, girl. I got to get the one that say twerk, because I'm gonna tell you why. Jesus do love you when you twerk, right?
Yes, He does. I love it.
Because my youngest daughter was teaching me how to twerk. She was like, "Mom, you're not letting it go.
You're not letting it out of the way."
She was like, "Mom," I said, well, "What I gotta do, Jay?" She's like, "Mom," I had a little twerking section with my 23-year-old, soon to be 24, and she was like, "Mom, you gotta do it like this." And I was like, "Girl, I didn't realize it was really like an effort to do all of that." Like I'm like, mine was a little bit stiff, but I'm working on it. Like, so I gotta get the t-shirt.
Okay.
So back to being sexy fun. I think when I got baptized, really quick, I want to remind people, I got baptized back in the day where you get filled with the Holy Ghost, where you stay at church until you speak in tongues. So I was at a Pentecostal church, right? A Pentecostal church. We prayed all day. We stayed at church 7 days a week. in everything. We doing that, right? So we no lipstick and no pants.
Wow.
I did that like for a long time. I looked at really plain
until you were in adulthood.
Yes, girl. So I
Wow.
had another conversation with Jesus about it
Okay.
because I was probably like I got saved early in I always accepted Jesus when I was younger as a
Yeah.
kid. But then when I got to get filled with the Holy Spirit and baptized, I probably was like a 10th or 11th grader. And probably 11th grade or something like that. And so basically then we couldn't wear those things. So I had to go to Jesus and ask him, you know, do I not wear pants anymore, no makeup, and then God started to unveil that to me. Like,
Wow.
you can still wear pants and still serve me. You can still wear makeup, but it was just like what denomination you choose. And sometimes some of the church religions can have women, start to get really big, and just because we ate we get the word, then we go eat, then we go get the word, then we go eat.
Yeah.
And so when I look back at that, I find that some of the women in that church really got really big, didn't have any makeup on, but that was what we had to do. And I went playing like that for a while, but then God opened my eyes. And then I start, well, of course, Dr. Jewel Tankard is my pastor. She's finer than wine, right? And so one of my friends was like, I told him that, now I'm a personality, whoop, whoop, whoop. I raised my children, whoop, whoop, whoop. And he was like, he said, Robin, looking back at you, you did the church thing and you dressed, I wore your dress. And then he said, you need to go ahead and be sexy. I was like, that's why when you see me at the radio show or when you see me out as RFD, I'm coming with it.
Right, and you should. Okay, you earned this.
I done put the kids through college.
Right.
I done did all of that with my collar up to here. Okay. And I was like, no. He said, and you have an example, Jewel Tankard is your pastor. And I said, you're right. He said, and she is fire on time.
Yeah,
fire.
she is.
And I said, oh, thank you for reminding me.
Yes, she got it going on. And that's sometimes God has to put us under people that are like what we aspire to be, or you know what I'm saying? He puts if you follow God, he'll help you join the right church.
Yes.
So that you don't feel condemned about being who you are. You know what I mean? And I think that's the whole thing. Like we're individuals.
Yes.
And you shining bright allows me to see qualities of God that I don't have. And me, I show you qualities of God, and then we got some similar qualities of God. And so we connect on so many levels. So thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, you are the fun guest. We have to have her back, guys, because she is evolving quickly. Every year she's going to the next level. And while we still have her in Nashville before God, give her another assignment, we're gonna have her back to the show, the RFD show. RFD Talk Show. We love her here at WVOL. Charles Zetta, all of us love her. We enjoy her. She's just a spark of love, kindness, and inspiration to all ages of women. And we appreciate you.
Thank you. I want to say one thing quickly. For the woman who's listening that may be an entrepreneur or maybe want to connect with other women, but you aren't sure on how to do it, support their events, sign up for their program, sow into them, do something like that and grab their attention, and then talk to them about whatever you desire. Because like you said, when someone supports me, I want to support them back. So you coming to my event, even though you feel like I was blessing you, were blessing me by coming. And so when you sent me that inbox and said I got a radio show, I made a note to myself. I said, at some point you're going to get on this radio show. And when all this came, I said, let me hit up Robin. I want to be, I hit you up, because I want to sow into you regardless, but also you supported me. I want to support you back. So I encourage people to realize that even if you don't have any money, volunteer to help with their event. That will mean so much for them, to them, and then they'll automatically want to give back. Like, give and it shall be given. So that's the way.
That is the way. Oh, that was so powerful. And definitely what we got coming up, I just remember you have something on the rise coming up. Tell us really quick. We have about 60
seconds. Bold and Courageous dinner party.
We got the dinner party.
What is it?
Your television show.
Damascus Rose. Yes, please check me out on Sarah Grace TV. I am a guest host on the Damascus Rose television show. It is all about real people, real lives, and real testimonies. It will be premiering soon on Xfinity and all those other cable networks. Just follow Sarah Grace on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube to find out more about that. So I'm excited about the opportunity.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we are out of time. We'll have to have her back. And thank you, beautiful people, for being here with RFD Talk live at WBOL, the mighty WBOL here in Nashville, Tennessee. Love you guys.
Bye. This is awesome. Hey, everybody. I hope that you guys enjoyed me and Robin. Please support her. Go to her page. What up, Shay? Go to her page and check her out at the RFD Talk Radio Show. Give her a like.
And
Give her
definitely check out
views.
Cameo,
What's up, Nisha?
Bobo.
Nisha.
All right.
Hey,
follow her on all her
everybody.
platforms.
But
Love
yeah,
you guys.
please
Thank
check
you for
her out.
being here.
Support her. And like I said,
See
it's
you
so
next
important that
time.
we support each other.
Thank you.
We are each other's come up. So we have to remember that supporting